we struggle with playtime. And in my research, here's what I found. Roll up your sleeves. I found that if you look up on YouTube, playtime, there's playtime for adults, specifically for adults. There's one video that had 76,000 views, and it was specifically about a sex board game for adults for playtime. And that was the highest viewed, the most viewed video. Along with that, there were videos about board games and game nights and fun game ideas. And while games are fun, there's other things that we like to do for fun. Going to concerts, going for a hike, going to a music festival, going to a beer or a wine tasting, having a dinner party with a theme. Wouldn't that be fun? Even if that might not be your thing to host it, wouldn't you like to attend? For instance, my husband and I, we're gonna do a Cinco de Mayo themed dinner party. And it's a cook-off because we love to cook Mexican food. He's gonna cook certain items, I'm gonna cook certain items, and our guests get to try all of it, but they have to rank us. And there will be prizes. Isn't that fun? We know how to play. We like to play. And I've also found that when we go on date nights, that's our turn to play. All day long, all week long, all month long, we spend time focusing on our kids, food, clothes, bathing them, making sure they have what they need to survive and thrive. But what about us? When do we get to replenish and have fun and just rejuvenate ourselves? That's where it comes in. You have to have playtime. And for us, that comes in the form of date nights. And we take that very seriously because for 13 years, we never went on a date night. We went maybe once a year. And that just wasn't doing it for us. So now we take it very seriously. And about every 2 weeks, we go on a date night and we go dancing, or we definitely start with dinner because let's face it, everyone's got to eat. But not only that, we want to do things that are fun. The other day, my husband said to me, we should go shooting next. Like, we should go to the shooting range. We're going to do that soon, and I'll record that so you can watch us. I'm not very good. I am a beginner. I never claimed to be some amazing, accurate shooter, but I definitely like to go do that. It's fun, it's exhilarating, and it's powerful. It's a powerful experience. So here's what I found in my research. Let's get to it. I found that there's not a lot of videos on YouTube about it. And not that people don't like to play, because the videos that are there about board games and things like that, they're highly viewed. Some of them have over 1 million views. But the kind of playtime that I'm talking about is like that board game where this woman explains this sex game. Check it out. Her name is Venus O'Hara, and I forget the name of the video, but you'll see it. It's the #1 item when you put in playtime for adults. And the other videos that come up are mine. And one of my videos has 28,000 views, and it says, playtime. What makes you feel free? That's what I mean by playtime. What makes you feel like you're on top of the world? That's what we need. We need more of that. And the 3 things that why they don't play, 3 things. #1, they don't think they deserve it. Do you feel like you deserve to play? Or do you work so hard every day and you don't take time to play because you're almost self-sabotaging because you don't think that you deserve it? Take that time. You can't be all work and no play, but you should definitely take the time to play. The second thing is, your play time versus your work time should be a 60-40 split. Playtime should be 60%. Why? because we tend to overwork ourselves. We overwork ourselves, and then we feel like we're overworked and overwhelmed. And you need that time, that 60%, to have something to look forward to have something to excite you, to have something that kind of gets your creative juices flowing. And whether you're an artist, or you create things from art, or you write poetry, or whatever you do to get those creative juices flowing, maybe you make music, or maybe you there's a million different things, and only you know what you like. What is that thing? Or what are those things that you like that get your creative juices flowing? Remember the 60-40 split. 60% play, 40% work. You'll be better for it. Take that time. And the third thing that just was amazing to me is how lonely people feel. Everyone feels so lonely in the world of social media and having your head down and on your phone. We are on our phones all the time. And we start to feel like we have to respond to emails and phone calls and texts and all of that right away. The other day I went to church. It was Ash Wednesday on Valentine's Day, February 14th. And I went to a 7 o'clock Mass. I left my phone in the car because it was an hour-long Mass, and I got my ashes on my forehead. And when I got in the car, I had 15 text messages, and I felt this sense of urgency to respond, but no, I was driving home. And people were within that hour, they were texting me Tamika, did you get the message? Hello, hello. And I just responded with, I was at Mass, just getting back home, will respond soon. But the world is so chaotic, and there's no time. No one lets you breathe. And that becomes stressful. There's no time to fact check anything. There's no time to allow people room to breathe, to get back to you. And frankly, people get offended when you don't respond right away. But make sure to take that 60-40 split. Take that time for yourself. And when you're playing, focus on playtime. Because time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Take that time. So let's recap. Number one, people don't think they deserve playtime. We've got to work through that and figure out why. Maybe journal about it, or talk to someone that you trust and that you care for, and talk to them about how you don't feel like you're worthy of playtime. Or are you worthy of playtime? You figure that out for yourself. The second thing is taking that 60-40 time. 60% play, 40% work. The world is just too chaotic, which is number three. Everybody is so hectic and everything is crazy, and it's like a whirlwind, and not in a good way. We need to take time to just breathe and play. What are you going to do to have fun? What is the next thing that you're going to do to have fun? Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget. Cheers.